Hi there, my name is Teri Smith, the owner of Adorable Decor, where we make and sell wreaths and other types of home decor. And today I've decided I'm going to go ahead and make a fall grapevine wreath. And I thought I'd get on here and share it with you. And I've already gone ahead, I've cleaned up my grapevine. The grapevine is a 14-inch grapevine wreath. And like I said, I cleaned it up, got all the leaves out of it, and trimmed away a good part of the little twigs that were sticking out and that kind of thing. It's very important that you do take a little bit of time to clean out your wreaths as best you can, especially if they have a lot of leaves in between the vines, because what happens is you put your glue with your goodies in there, or your stems, and if it attaches to those leaves, then it's not going to take anything for those to pull right out. So you want to take some time, try to get you're not going to probably get all the leaves if there are a lot of them, but try to get the best part of them out if you can. I did go ahead and I already had attached the sign. It's a metal wreath sign, and I've got it with a couple of pieces of pipe cleaner here. And I always say I try to secure my wreath signs with at least 3 points so that they don't wobble. But once I got this on here, I mean, I can try, but it is not going to move very much at all. So I'm happy with that right now. If I need to, I could go ahead and put another hole down here and make that third point, either here or up here. But right now it feels real steady. And I think that the reason is because I've got a good part of the inside part of the sign that is secured by the wreath form itself. So there's some people joining in. Hi guys, how are you doing? Ruth's wanting to know if I'm staying cool. Well, I have been, but today we're finally starting to get quite a bit of heat. And I've been indoors down here in my craft room all day, and it stays like an ice box down here. That's why I've got long sleeves on. In fact, a lot of times before I go live, I got a sweatshirt jacket I put on. So, but thank you guys all for joining in. Oh, thank you, Kathy. There's Carol. So I did also go ahead and make the bow. I'm a little bit crunched for time. That's why I went ahead and did a few of these things while I was waiting for something else to get finished before I went live. But I went ahead and I made the bow, and I made it out of 3 1.5-inch wired ribbons, and they're all canvas and very good quality. And this is just going to be a smallish type bow, and my thinking is once I get some greenery on here, we'll put the bow about right here, making sure not to cover up the sign, and then the rest is going to be filled with greenery and goodies. So, hi Lynn from Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining in. I really appreciate it. So, all right, I do have a couple of sprays that I thought I would use on this. This is not going to be a real fancy wreath. People like different I'm trying to think what the word is, different degrees of wreath, so to speak. Some people just like simple, and rustic has always been real popular. I have another couple of wreaths I made this one this morning. I mean, not everybody's going to want a big deco mesh, lots of bling wreath. They're going to want something a little bit more simple, and that's what this is going to be. And I got this kind of rustic spray from, I think I got this from Trendy Tree, either Trendy Tree or Wreath Shop. I can't remember which one now. It doesn't say on the tag, but anyway, it has some grasses and some twig-like things, and then these little curlicue things. And I've got 2 of those, and then I've got a variety of grasses, and then we'll finish it off with these little pumpkins. And I'm not going to probably put any flowers in this, except maybe some Queen Anne's lace or some yarrow. So we'll get started. And I've gone ahead, I've kind of deconstructed or torn apart this first spray. And when I do that, I want to make sure that I go in here and I fluff all of this. I don't want it just to be flat, just like what it came out of the package like. And I think I might have to put a pick on, well, maybe not. This wreath form is, let me zoom in here. This Grapevine Wreath is pretty nice one. It's not too loosely woven and it's not too tight. And that's what you want to look for when you're looking for a grapevine wreath. They spread out some of these little grass blades here just a little bit. But I was thinking I was going to have to put a steel pick on this, but I think I'm going to get by without it. I'm just going to put some hot glue on. We're just going to stick it. And like I said, I plan on putting my bow about right here. And I want stuff just kind of going out from either direction from the bow. We'll put a few of these in here and then we'll get the bow put on. So how's everybody doing today? You guys got any big plans for the weekend? I know we're all kind of limited. I think we're looking at getting locked down again here probably. The way things don't shape up. I'll tell you what, this has been a year, hasn't it? Hey Lori, I see you out there. How are you doing? All right, like I said, we're going to take each one of these individual pieces and kind of fluff them, just like you're fluffing the little branches on your Christmas tree. Get it all spread out. Try and make it look more like it does in nature. All right. This one I might have to pick out or put a pick on it just because it's kind of separating on the end here. But we'll try it first. I'm hard-headed. I'll go ahead and try it first. We're going to put some of these picks, or some of these stems, we're going to go toward the inside. And some's going to go toward the outside. And notice that I'm putting it with the grain of the wreath. I'm not sticking it straight in, like, let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm not just sticking it straight on. I'm not just taking it and I'm not just sticking it straight in. I'm taking it and putting it with the grapevine so that it has more area to be in contact with the grapevine, thus it'll be less likely to fall apart. So you always want to think about your construction, especially if you're doing it for, to sell. You don't want to, that'd be the worst thing ever. If a customer gets a beautiful wreath, spends a lot of money on it, and then it falls apart. That'd be terrible. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go back behind on this one here. Oh, Kathy says she just got back from Costco. Is Costco one of the stores having you wear masks, Kathy? I saw where different ones are. I know our Walmart here in town, and I think Kroger's too is making you wear a mask now, which I'm not even going to go down that conversation. I know there's lots of differing opinions on that, but I have a feeling it's going to be everywhere. You're talking to somebody that wore a mask off and on a lot of days for a lot of years. If you don't know, I'm a a newly retired nurse practitioner. I worked in the hospital with a cardiac surgery team. And if you can imagine, we wore masks. But like I said, we're not gonna go down that way. too many different opinions. I tore this apart, but let me back out. I tore this apart, but this wrapping's just a little bit dry, and so it's falling apart just a little bit. So I'm gonna take some floral tape and just freshen that up just a little bit. Just twist it around here. So I don't want it to fall apart where it's wanting to. Floral tape, if you've not used it before, is not sticky until you kind of stretch it and put it on itself, and then it's sticky. And it's a good idea if you're making very many wreaths, try to have some in different colors. I've got brown and green, but green is what I grabbed just now. I do have some brown. They make some white also. I don't know if it comes in other colors. All right, let's go underneath on this one a little bit. And like I said, this is a 14-inch grapevine wreath, but you can see just by putting our, I started to say greenery, it's dried greenery, and that it's already starting to be a pretty good sized wreath. I'm sitting here, I'm grabbing a piece of glue. There really is something there, you guys. Sitting there grasping at the wind here. Okay, now I think it'd be a good time to go ahead and put our bow in. We still have some more of this left, but I'm going to save that in case I need to balance it out or fill in some holes later. Let me get my mess picked up here. Okay, and Kathy says, yes, you did have to wear a mask in Costco. All right, yeah, I figured. Okay, and as I said, this is just a real simple bow. I put one loop of orange and then 4 loops of the plaid and then just 1 loop of the green. And I didn't put as many loops. I said I wanted it to be on the smallish side because I don't want to hide my sign. But I wanted a little bit more color, so I'm going to have some of the tails to come up over the top, and I may even add some more later. I'm just going to put that right there, kind of at a cockeyed, kind of angled just a little bit. Thought that was going in too easy. It was going the wrong direction. There we go. I like this. Is really a nice grapevine. Things are going in easily, but yet it's tight enough to hold my picks without having to put a steel pick on them. All right, I'm going to go back to the back and just tie that with my pipe cleaner. All right. I wasn't liking how much longer this orange bow was, or the bow loops were, than the rest of the bow, so I just pull on the tails and put it the length that I want. Your bows don't have to be perfect. Just got to get out there and practice. All right, let's put that down And I'm just going to cut these kind of short right now. Like I said, we can always add some ribbon later if we want to, if we want a little bit more color or need some more filling. This particular ribbon here, I said it was a canvas earlier, but it's more of a royal burlap type, and it does tend to fray. So I'm just going to cut this one at an angle. And I typically will go ahead and take my lighter and kind of singe those. Be very careful if you decide to do that. Otherwise, you can just fold it under. But I don't want to dovetail it because that just puts more chance that it's going to ravel a little bit more. Now, when I was showing horses, we used to have lead ropes, of course, that you'd lead the horses around with, and the ends of those ropes, we always had to singe them because they wouldn't fray. So I'm kind of used to doing that, but you do have to be careful because some of these ribbons and such are a little bit more flammable than the rope we were using. I forgot to check. Can everybody hear okay? Oh, thank you, Ruth. Thank you so much. Can everybody hear okay? I always try to check that out at first, but I forgot to. There. I like that. That's cute. And I wanted just a cute little perky bow. So that's what we have right now. So now I'm going to grab some more what we have here. I decided to try and keep most of my stuff away from the table. I always feel like when I'm doing lives, I'm always getting so crowded here. So I've got all the junk on the table, but I'm trying to do something different. I've got these, I'm not really sure what those are, like wheat stalks or something. I thought instead of flowers that I would put these in, again, trying to stay kind of rustic and kind of brings out some of the colors in the sign. And I'm sitting here debating. I've got some greenery. Got a couple of different grasses. I'm afraid that's almost too red, so that we're not going to use that one. This is like a leaf. Oh, this is a thyme bush. I think I'm going to use this. I'm going to put a few sprigs of this in. Let me cut it up. Just to kind of brighten it up and make it not quite so dead looking. So, oh, Ruth, I don't know. I can't hear. I probably need a hearing aid myself, and I don't know if it has to do with me, but I've always been soft-spoken. My dad was always a real soft-spoken person, and I kind of take after him, I think, in that respect. But he was one of those guys. He didn't say much, but when he did, you always wanted to be sure and listen. But I don't know if that's why. I just don't talk very loud. My husband's always hollering at me. Okay, and again, each time we get these bushes, we want to make sure and take each little sprig and spread it apart. Whoops, I almost flipped one right into my hot glue. And I'm going to just use individual pieces on this because I'm not sure how many we're going to use. I don't want to get it real crowded. I want this to be kind of light and airy, not real densely packed. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just put my steel picks on. If you don't know if you can see that or not. Pick machine's been kind of contrary here lately. Seems like every time I go to refill it, it starts getting in a mood. About the time I start getting it to work good again, then I run out of picks and have to refill it. Okay. I think that's just going to kind of brighten up the brownness of it. Does that make sense to you? It's just going to brighten it up just a little bit to put some green in there. Fall does not have to necessarily be the brown, you know, the brown and kind of dingy colors. It doesn't have to be that way. Might put one back here, but we'll wait on that. So how about you guys? You guys doing anything fun this weekend? Surely somebody's got some plans. It seems like we're having some later graduation parties, like for kids that it didn't happen this year. Seems like they're having some of those around where we live, which is good. Kind of makes you wonder how all these kids are going to do with everything that's happened this year. How it's going to affect them. I kind of worry about it. I'm going to go ahead and stick that one. I feel like I need something right in here. There we go. Okay. We'll probably need some more down there, but I'll open another bush here in a minute. Okay, now I think we'll go ahead and put in these, whether they're wheat stalks or what they are, I don't know. Anybody know what these are? There's no label on them. Can you see them? Anybody let me know what those are. I think they're, I don't know. I started to say foxtail, but I don't know if that's right or not. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Hi, Lourdes. How are you? And I'm going to kind of break these up also, I think. Let me see here. I am, because I don't want them quite that long. And I want a little bit better control of where they're going to go. So let's go ahead and we'll split these in half. It's wired down here, but it's not wired up here, so. But I think they'll be really nice, like when the wind blows, or somebody opens and shuts the door. I think it's going to be pretty cool looking. Plus, it'll give us a little bit of color out in our greenery. There we go. Right, and one more here. I'm not going to put a whole lot of these guys in there. This is going to have to go down kind of low. Again, I don't want it hiding my sign. Also don't want them poking me in the head either. There we go. So I have to go back that way. Okay. All right, let's put a little bit down here also. Cattails. Ruth says they're cattails. Okay, thank you. Now that you say that, Ruth, I think I've heard that somewhere before. Hi, Amy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it just seems so weird to be working on fall right now. It seems like we just got into summer. But you guys know that we have to get started ahead of time. We're gonna stay ahead of all the sales, hopefully. Hopefully sales will be good again for fall season, as they were for the springtime. But customers seem like they're buying sooner this year too. And it'll probably even get more so, because I know they were talking on the news this morning about how the stores are going to be closing up and people need to be shopping early and stuff. I thought, great, thanks. I'm not ready yet for all that. But yeah, they were saying to be sure and get your Christmas shopping done now. If it's stuff you have to buy in person. But now they're going to start a panic again. Okay. All right, I need just a few of them right here. I think that looks good so far. And Amy's wanting to know what kind of glue I use in my glue pot. I only use Gorilla Glue. It's I've got the big full-size sticks. You can get this at Walmart. I buy mine, well, about every time I go to Walmart I buy some, or you can get it on Amazon too. But that's the only kind of glue I use. And so far, knock on wood, so far I haven't had any issues, and it's been really reliable for me. Okay, now I think is time. I want to put those little cute pumpkins in. Like I said, I wasn't going to put any flowers in, but I like these little pumpkins. I think I got these from Hobby Lobby. Yes, I got these from Hobby Lobby last year. But if you haven't been to their shop, or if you haven't been to Hobby Lobby this year, they really have some really cute things, you guys. If you didn't see my post the other day, got out of there and I caved. I was trying to work on just what I have, but I did cave. Bought a lot of stuff. I'm just going to tear this apart. It's kind of on a twig branch. I'm just going to tear it apart. We'll have to pick most all of these. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sharon. Yeah, I love the colors. I love fall. I love all the fall colors, the richness. I have been doing a lot of different I guess non-traditional colors this year, just to try and be a little bit different. Then I'm waiting on some blue ribbon that I ordered. Once that gets here, I've got some blues going, a lot of gold, burgundy, what else? Oh, I've got some mauve I'm going to be working on too. Yeah, I'm trying to do some different. Oh, and leopard. Lots of animal prints popular this year. I think with animal print though, you either love it or you don't. You love it or you hate it. I love it. In fact, I have to be careful when whenever I'm planning my wardrobe, I'll buy everything that has animal print on it. How about you guys? Do you like it or do you not? I'm just going to be, I've got 7 of these, and I'm just going to be kind of placing them just like I would flowers. And I'm having to pick them. I may have to run back behind. I may need to get some more of my wooden picks. And the reason I'm using the wooden picks and not the steel pick machine is I need a little bit more length on these. You see, they're just real short. I want them to be out, not real compact with the wreath. I want it to be a little bit more airy, like I said. Kathy says not so much with the animal print with 67-year-old. Why not? Why not, Kathy? Age shouldn't matter. You're not a whole lot older than I am. I tell you what, I'm dragging my feet the whole way, though. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick a few of these so we can go ahead and just plant them. Only got, I tell you what, let me grab a hand. The rest of my picks are just real short ones. I want a little bit longer ones. Let me grab them. They're just right behind the camera here. As you guys, I almost knocked over one of my lights right over on its face. So, all right, to do add a wooden pick, you know, it's got this wire here. Let me zoom in here. It has this wire here, and we're just wrapping the wire around both the pick and whatever we're putting the pick on. And we're taking our floral tape and wrapping. Oh, thank you, Jamie. Kathy says she likes the more muted. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Thank you. Okay. Like I said, I just need to make it a little bit more length on these. Oh, Kathy says, or Carol said she used a animal print ribbon and housewarming gift. Yeah, please, if you can find that picture, post it. Share it with us. It cut off the rest of your comment, so I couldn't see it all, but yeah, if you got it photos, I love seeing everybody's photos. And I think all of us, we get inspiration from each other. There's so many ideas floating out there. Don't keep them all to yourself. Hey Sue, how are you? Welcome back. I'm glad you got back safely. Did you have a good trip? I saw your craft your Craftex haul. I was very, very jealous. I'm still planning on going out there next month for market, and I'm hoping to escape to go over to Houston for a little bit anyway. If I was smart, I'd be working on my budget to try and save money for it instead of going to Hobby Lobby and spending all that money. All right. This is the last one, guys. Sue says her budget is gone. That'd be me. Okay, all right, now let's go ahead and we'll, since I've got one here, of course I want to bring another one down here. I'll warm my glue up just a little bit there. We'll stick this one back behind just a little bit. But you always want to remember that, you know, people aren't going to be looking just straight on at your wreath. You know, there'll be people standing, you know, people will be standing over here, they're going to be standing over there. So you want all angles of your wreath to look nice. All right, I need one with a twig. Since I've got the twig up here, I don't want to neglect putting one on the bottom as well. And you want it to be balanced. You don't want it to necessarily be matchy-matchy, but you want it to be balanced. So every time I put one down on the bottom, I'll put one up on top most times. Not always, but... And you want to, you know, point in the different directions and such. All right, let's see. Bring this one down here. It's really a nice spray. All these twigs are wired, and you can bend them however you want. Top. You guys, I swear there's stuff out here while I'm doing all this. As I'm trying to get the glue cobwebs down out of my face. I'm going to turn it toward me a little bit so I can kind of, this is my last one, so I got to make it good. There we go. All right, well, that's all I have of the pumpkins now. So, just let us, whenever you can, let us see that picture, Carol. So, and Sharon says what all the rest of us think. We did enjoy watching you on your trip, Sue. So, okay, now, you know, I was thinking I might need a little bit of lighter flowers type things. I've got some yarrow here. Let me see what that's going to look like. Might use it, I might not. And again, we're taking each one of those branches and kind of spreading it out. I don't know. I'm going to wait on that. I'm not real crazy about it. Trying to find the rest of that one pick that we started with, that spray. And I think we'll go ahead and put the rest of this in. Get it it all fluffed out here. This floral tape that comes on this must be pretty old because it also is kind of dried out and kind of fallen apart. So I'll have to either pick it or tape it back together. All right, now let me see where I want to put this. But it goes right there. I'm just going to put a steel pick on it. One thing about using the steel picks, make sure, you know, I had my hand back here kind of securing that. Make sure that you don't have that right behind where you can run that steel pick into your hand, because those suckers are they're really sharp. And you can cut yourself and you don't even know it. I've done that before. Okay. All right, I like the way the top of it is right now. So I'm done there. Let's put this we'll put the last part of this stem on the bottom. And it's looking a little bit more thin than the top, so we'll have to work on that. Hey Rita, how are you doing? Sue didn't respond to animal print, whether she liked animal print or not, but I know her answer. Don't I, Sue? I see you using a lot of it. I'm crazy about it. Crazy for it. Okay, let me see if we can sneak this right in underneath in here. Make sure everything's good and separated. I think we need some more of that green, the green greenery down here, the thyme. So I said it looks a little bit unbalanced still, but if you remember, we put one extra branch up on top. Like it needs to go right back there. Then I'm going to put another one right back here. Yeah, it's kind of light right here. Okay, I'm going to turn it toward me. I feel like we need a little something behind the bow here. Just feels like it's all kind of concentrated over here. I feel like we need a little little something over here. And I think if we pair this last little bit, maybe not all of it, this last little bit of, what do you call those, Ruth? Was it cattails? I think that's what you said they were. I don't know what all these plants are that we're using. I don't know what the names of all of them are. I just get what I like. And that changes day to day. I was looking to see if I had a shorter section of this. I was going to use that, but I don't. That'll still be all right. We can always, you can always shorten it if you need to. Just going to stick it right there behind the bow. And then we're going to put a few of these little cattails. Actually, I don't think I'm going to have to pick those. Oh, goodness. There. I was wrong. I'm going to have to pick it. It's getting very tight back there with the addition of all the stems, and so my space is getting a little bit more tight and limited. Actually, let me drop this down. Well, I guess I got as far down as I can get it right now. Let's see. There we go. I don't like those just standing straight up there. Let me see what I can do with these. There we go. I wanted them more leaning more forward. I'm going to bring this back over here. Let's bring some of this over here. And I don't know, I think we're getting close to being done, guys. I still feel like it's just a little bit light on the bottom here. Got glue stuck all over me. So, oh, thank you, Oleanne. Thank you. Now, Ruth says she wants to, makes her want to get her jeans and flannel shirts out. All right, I'm going to turn it toward me one last time so I can see if there's any spots that are glaring. I'm still going to use a little, like I said, I feel like it's a little bit light down here and a little bit off balance. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use these last 2 sprigs off of this thyme bush. And this is not a fall greenery. It's actually a everyday greenery, I suppose you could call it, or a spring or summer. But the color lends itself such that we could use it in the fall when you pair it with something else. This fallish looking. You think about nature and not everything turns brown all at the same time. All right, I'm going to go out just a little bit more. Whoops. Right there, and again, I'm away from where I'm sticking my pick in, so I don't get it in my hand. All right, and this will be the last one, guys. Let me kind of look here and see. Yeah, right there. Whoops. Wasn't paying attention. I didn't get my pick on there all the way. I gotta kind of crimp this down. I was talking and not paying attention to what I was doing. I want to make sure it's going there good and tight. There we go. This is a really a real simple design you could do even just using scraps, you guys. You know, just throw a bunch of stuff together. You got leftovers. If you're like me, I've got leftovers everywhere. There we go. There we go. That really helped, I think, the fullness to match the top here. So, all right. What do you guys think there? It's pretty easy, just something to throw together. A little bit rustic. Might need just a little bit more back here, back behind the bow, just looking at it on camera. So well, that's all I have for you today, guys. As always, I so much appreciate you guys joining in, especially on a Friday afternoon. I know there's lots of other things you could be doing with your time, but I so appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you. Thank you, Sue and Sharon, Amy. Thank you so much. So, like I said, I'll be putting a little bit more of something. I'll probably get another one of these sprays, the original spray of all the dried goods that we had. I'll get a little bit of that and kind of fill in behind the bow just a little bit. But otherwise, I love it. Something just real simple, throw together. Okay? All right. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you. Now, if you haven't yet, if you're first timer here, if you wouldn't mind to go and follow my page, I'd appreciate it. That way, you'll be notified when I go live. And we're going live on Tuesdays and Fridays in the afternoons. I try and be pretty religious about that. I try to make an announcement about what time beforehand, give you a little warning. So thanks again so much, you guys. Thank you so much. You guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.